What's up everyone? I hope you're doing good. My name is Marcus from DM Photography, and in today's video I want to talk about why having an idea for a series of photos helps you stay focused while doing street photography. So today we are in a different setup. We are in my living room, and the reason for that is quite simple. As I mentioned in my last video, I built a new vlogging kit based on the GoPro with the Rode Wireless Go microphone. And since I can't go out right now, I was really eager to try it out, and so I thought I would do this new video here in the living room. And so you can see my living room or parts of it, and I can try out the kit and do my video like this. But now to the topic. So as I mentioned in the intro, I want to talk about why series could be quite good for you when you do photography for a couple of reasons. And I will go through 5 reasons why I think coming up with a series of photos or a topic might help you get focused and learn something about different topics. So let's first start with series number 1, which is a series of night shots. Let's come to reason number 1 why having a topic or a focus dedicated theme in mind helps you with something. So number 1 is get to know a new film or a new camera that you have. So in this case, when I shot this series of night photos here in Zurich around where I live, I was using a new film that was unknown to me at that time, which was the Ilford Delta 3200. And instead of taking shots indoors, outdoors, under very different light conditions, and at the end when developing the film and looking at the results, not really knowing what was really going on or where some of the weaknesses of the films were, or if you think of a new camera, I thought, I want to keep it simple. I want to see a series of photos under more or less the same circumstances. In this case, just the available light at night at ISO 3200. I decided to just keep it simple, go out, shoot a whole roll of film around where I live. And that was that series. So that was reason number 1 why I think the series really helped me to not be all over the place and really being able to tell something about that new film, or if you want to think about it generally, for example, a new camera that you just bought or are trying out. Now let's come to a second series that I shot between Christmas and New Year's, and what I had in mind there was contrasts. Let's take a look. So in this second series, it was late afternoon, as you can see with the sun and the shades, and I told myself I only want to take photos of very harsh, contrasty scenes. So I was looking specifically for these scenes where we have dark shadows, people walking in the shadow or out of the shadow, or people standing in the sun are contrasting to the very dark shadows, and not shooting anything else like against the light or just with the light. So this is really just to keep a specific theme going on. And now let's go to series number 3. So the series number 3 was one street, one night. That's it. Also, I wanted to keep it simple. I was going out with my Leica M6 and CineStill 800T, and I told myself, no, I don't want to go and chase gas stations or movie theaters or the typical scenes that people often shoot with CineStill 800T, a tungsten balanced film. I told myself, no, go into one street and just shoot the whole roll. And what really helped me was that I limited myself to a specific location, and I had to make the best out of that specific location and not, as I mentioned, run around, look for what you think because you've seen, for example, on social media, best use cases for a camera or a lens or a film to chase those subjects, but really just stay where you are, make the best out of it. And now let's take a look at series number 4. So this series was a series of photos where I told myself I want to shoot color and I want to shoot vertical. So I was constantly looking for subjects that only work in vertical, or the interpretation of the scene that I wanted to capture, that it should work in vertical and nothing else. So again, keeping it simple, setting myself a topic and then going out and shooting just in this specific theme. Let's now take a look at the 5th and last series. This last series was a series where I told myself to leave the house and go no further than 10 to 15 minutes from my house and focus on nature. Focus on scenes around me, parks, and where nature blends into the public spaces that we have, like parks or you saw a soccer field, and just focus on that. Don't take pictures of houses, don't take pictures of people walking around. Just focus on the nature and how the nature around my house coexists with basically this residential area actually, which the pictures might not give you the impression. So these were the 5 mini-series that I wanted to show you. All of them for me have a specific learning. All of them had helped me at the time to, yes, stay focused, shoot concentrated, come home and knowing that you have something. Developing these series for me is important when I want to go out and want to make the best out of the time that I have with the camera. Of course, also I go out with my camera sometimes with no idea in mind, just hoping for the best shot, having fun. That's also totally fair. And yeah, but sometimes it just helps me to create these series. What I also do sometimes, and especially now in these days, is I go back in my archive and I look at the body of work. And sometimes I also create series retrospectively, because I think series in general can be useful not just before you go out shooting with the hope to have something when you're done, but also if you're planning in the future, for example, to create an exhibition or a book or sell a series of postcards or prints. I think it's generally a good idea to have series in mind either before you go out shooting or then when you look at your body of work. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked the photos that you've seen and that you've learned something. If you like this video or this type of content, please leave a like. And if you are new to the channel and you like this type of videos or this type of content, please consider subscribing and also checking out the other videos that I have on my channel. Other than that, that's it for today's video. I'll see you next time.